Dividing by a decimal. In this example we're going to look at how we can calculate 34.676 divided by 0.4. Okay, well, we have a rule that we can apply. If we move the decimal points in each number in the same way, then we will still get the correct answer. Now you might wonder why we'd want to do this, and the reason is we should never attempt to divide by a decimal number. We can divide a number that is a decimal by a whole number without a problem, but never try and divide by a decimal. So in this given problem, if we follow the rule in red, then what we can do is move the decimal point one place to the right on the 0.4 to make it 4, and therefore move the decimal point one place to the right in the 34.676 to make it 346.76, as you can see here. This calculation will have exactly the same answer as the original problem. So if we write this out now in a normal division method, we can begin. 4 into 3 doesn't go, so we can write a 0 down and carry the 3 across. 4 into 34 will go 8 times, which will give us 32, and that would leave us with a remainder of 2, which we can carry across to make 26. 4 into 26 will go 6 times, which will give us 24, so there's a remainder of 2 to carry across to make the next number 27. 4 into 27 will go 6 times, and this time there'll be a remainder of 3 that we can carry across the last digit, and 4 goes into 36 9 times. Therefore the answer to this problem, and hence our original problem, is going to be 86.69. We should always ask ourselves when we have a little rule why it actually works. So, why can we move the decimal points in this way and still get the same answer? Let's have a look. The first thing that we should notice is that 34.676 divided by 0.4 could be written as you see underneath, 34.676 over 0.4, like a fraction. Now, we could multiply here by 10 over 10 without changing the value of the problem. Why can we do that? Well, 10 over 10 at the end of the day just equals 1, so essentially we're multiplying by 1. However, if we now multiply in the same way as we would with normal fractions, we multiply the numerators together, so 34.676 times by 10 gives me 346.76, and we multiply the denominators together, so 0.4 times 10 will give me a 4 on the bottom. And hence we can rewrite this as 346.76 divided by 4, and this will give us exactly the same answer as the problem that we originally started with. Have a think about why that's worked. There is an alternative way of thinking about this, so let's have a see how else we could work through this problem. The first thing we need to note is that the original problem could be written as 34.676 divided by, instead of 0.4, we'll write it down as 4/10. Of course, they are the same thing. Now you should know that divide by a fraction is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal of the fraction. In other words, this calculation could be written as 34.676 times by 10 over 4. Now, if we wanted to, we could write this down now as the product of two fractions. We could write 34.676 over 1, which is still 34.676 of course, times by 10 over 4. This does look a little bit strange because, strictly speaking, we shouldn't have a decimal in a fraction, but during our working out it really doesn't matter. We now multiply the numerators together to give us 346.76 and the denominators. 1 times 4 is 4. And again, we should recognise that that simply means a division, and so we have 346.76 divided by 4. And so this will again give us the same answer as the original problem. Have a good think about this, and hopefully it will all make sense. The bottom line is, though, if we move the decimal points around consistently in the number that's being divided and the number that we're dividing by, then the calculation that we ultimately perform will give us the same answer as the original problem. And furthermore, remember, never actually attempt to divide by a decimal number.